Hello there folks, and thanks for joining me once again at my tying bench today. And this time around I'm going to tie you a searching nymph pattern. It's called the Cooper bug. It's a pretty simple little nymph pattern, but it's a cool little fly. And I tie it from a size 10 down to a 16, and I'm going to tie it on the 10 for the video for you. And it just consists of black chenille for the body and some natural deer hair for the tail and shellback. And it's weighted with some 0.15 lead wire. So we'll get this guy out of the vise here. I'll get a fresh hook in and get started for you. Alrighty. I've already got the hook wrapped with the lead wraps. I've done that ahead of time here. So I'll just get this guy locked in the vise here. Just like so. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Actually, that's got to come down a little there. Get that a little straighter for you. Alright, right about there. Looks pretty good. Alright. Now, and for the hook, I'm using a mustad. It's a heavy nymph hook in the size 10 here. And for thread, I'm using UTC 70 in black. So, we're going to start our thread right in front of the lead here. I'm going to build a little dam. And we'll jump on top of that lead, work back, and I'll trim the tag into thread here. Alright, so now we're going to build a dam in the back and the front as well with the thread here. Okay, I'll move forward, do that in the front as well, just like so. Okay, wrap back. Okay, just about to the barb here. Alrighty. Now we're going to tie in our deer hair, and I'm just using some natural. I have a really nice section of natural deer hair that somebody gave me, and you can use a lighter shade, medium or dark shade, as long as it's natural deer hair. And I got some in my little stacker here, and give that a few taps, even that up. And as far as the amount, I would guess it's about half a pencil width here for this size 10. And if you tie down in the smaller sizes, 16, 14, just adjust the amount of hair accordingly. So I'm going to trim that up. Alright, so our tail, we want about the length of the hook gap. So I'm going to come back, come up around here and pinch that on. Make a couple turns, and then I'm going to snug it down tight. A couple more turns, pull tight. Alright, now there's our tail. And I'm just going to lift up on all these hairs here. This is going to be our shellback. Okay, let's pull up on those, and then I'm going to wrap back a ways here onto those with my thread towards the tail, and I'm going to go forward once again. Stop my thread there. Okay, that's what we have so far, folks. Now the body is black chenille. And I have some medium-sized black chenille, and you'd also use smaller size for your smaller hooks. Just adjust it to whatever size your hook you're using, of course. And I got the fuzzies off the end there, and I got the thread core. I'm going to tie it in by the thread core here. Okay, catch that in. Wrap it back towards our tail. Catch that in. Alright, wrap forward, wrap that down, secure it nice and tight. We're going to come to where we want to tie down the shellback. Alright, so now what I'm going to do here is just grab our chenille, folks, and begin to wrap. Just going to pull up on those ends again before I start to wrap here. I want to keep those straight as possible. So we'll come down around here. Check the other side. Looks pretty good still. Okay. We're going to wrap forward. Okay. Till we want to tie off. I'll come up around. Wrap in front of that chenille, then back around behind it, and in front once again. Got a little wax here to secure that, get a little more grip tying that down. few wraps. Trim off the excess here nice and close. Okay, there we have it. Okay, there's our body, folks. Now, it's not a whole lot of steps left. Just I'm going to add a little more wax to my thread here. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to wrap back a little bit on there. Alrighty. Okay, now we'll take our deer here for a shellback and bring it forward. If you get any short ones, I just pull them out. Now you want to keep that down the middle, but you want it to cover the top pretty well, just like so. And we'll keep those tight. I'm going to come around here. I'm going to spin my counterclockwise. Spin the thread counterclockwise, so it'll catch that in. We're going to make 1, 2, 3 wraps there. Snug it down. And I'm going to just check that. Make sure it's where I want it on top. Looks good. Just like so is what you want right across the top. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is lift up on these and just make wraps through them before I trim them. Just makes them a little bit more, even more secure. Then jump back behind them. Just like so here. Okay. 3 or 4 wraps there, folks. Snug it down tight. Now I'm going to come in and trim that like you would on a caddis, more or less the same thing. Just like so, and there's the head of the fly. Now all we simply have left to do is a 4 or 5 turn whip finish, and this Cooper bug is done. It's a very quick fly to tie. You could tie up a dozen of them if you want it pretty quick. Now I'll just do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Okay. Okay, we want to seat the knot rather, like we always do. Pull that nice and tight there. Okay, I'm just going to come in with my scissors and snip that off close. It's like so. And there we have it. I'm just going to trim that couple hairs there. There we go. That looks good, folks. Well, that's a done deal. Now, what I like to do for more durability, what I'm going to do is grab my Solarez bone dry here. Okay. And I'm going to coat the back in the thread wraps. I'm going to go across the back and then touch the thread in the back and the front on the head there. We'll do those. Go around with a little bit of Solarez there. Okay, and if you don't have Solarez, just use whatever hit cement or lacquer you like to use. Okay, and sometimes I put 2 coats on the shellback here. We'll probably put 2 coats on. Now I'll grab my light, cure that up. That won't take too long, folks. It's pretty fast curing stuff. I really like the Solarez bone dry. It's a really good resin for finishing off the heads of your flies and doing shellbacks and stuff like that on nymphs. It does a great job. Alright. Okay, so there she be. And like I say, I would probably put another coat on that. But anyways, that's the Cooper bug. Very simple fly to tie. So definitely recommend tying a few of these up and throwing them in your nymph box. Definitely a cool looking little pattern. Alrighty, so there we go. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll give some of these a try. I appreciate you watching, and if you haven't watched before and you want to subscribe, hit the good old subscribe button there and throw in a like too if you wish. And if you have any comments, put them down below. And I appreciate you watching. So, until next time, folks, like I always say, happy tying out there. I'll see you all again soon, and so long for now.